blaming your lack of discipline. Most of the time, it's not your character, it's your kitchen. Famous study in a hospital cafeteria found that simply moving water bottles next to the cash register instead of soda increased water sales by 25% and dropped the soda sales by 11%. People didn't decide to be healthier. The environment nudged them. If you want to eat more fruits, put it at eyes level. If you want to stop mindlessly watching TV, take the batteries out of the remote and put them in another room. Make the healthy habit obvious and the unhealthy habit invisible. You want to be the architect of your surroundings, not the consumer of them. Your environment is a silent coach that's either cheering you on or tripping you up. Our brains evolved in an environment of scarcity. If our ancestors found, for example, a beehive, they ate all the honey because they didn't know when they'd find calories again. You see, today we live in an environment of what I would term as hyper palatable abundance. Engineers, for example, literally design chips to have the perfect crunch and mouthfeel. They want to spike your dopamine. This chemical is about anticipation, not just pleasure. It's the itch that demands a scratch. When we understand that our cravings for junk food or screen time are just biological misfires from an ancient brain living in a modern world, what are we going to do? We're going to stop the guilt. We can recognize the dopamine spike for what it is, a lure, and consciously we're going to be choosing a different reward, like the endorphins rush of a walk or the oxytocin of a hug. There is a massive difference between saying, I'm trying to quit smoking, and someone who says, I'm not a smoker. So the first person still identifies as a smoker who is trying to be something else, whereas the second person has shifted their identity. True behavior changes is actually identity change. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. So if you want to be a healthy person, every time you choose a salad, you're casting a vote for that identity. You don't need a landslide victory. You just need a majority of the votes. So stop focusing on outcomes like losing 20 pounds and focus on becoming the type of person who never misses a workout. The weight loss is just a side effect of the person you've become. If habits are the building blocks of health, sleep is the foundation that they actually sit on. Without your 7 to 9 hours of quality shut eye, your habit CEO, the prefrontal cortex, goes on strike. Studies show that one night of sleep deprivation makes your brain crave 600 more calories of junk food the next day. The question is why? You see, because your brain is desperately looking for a quick energy fix. We often think of sleep as dead time, but it's actually when your brain's lymphatic system, which we call it dishwasher, it actually turns on to flush out metabolic waste. So making a habit of a digital sunset, no screens, no 60 minutes, like say 60 minutes before bedtime. This is perhaps the single most impactful health habit that you can form. You aren't losing time. You're actually gaining the cognitive fuel to make better habits tomorrow. If I were to say to you that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, you're probably going to say that this is a crazy thing to say. This isn't just a motivational quote. It's actually sociology. You see, research from the Framingham's Heart Study showed that if your best friend becomes obese, your risk of obesity increases by 57%, even if you live hundreds of miles apart. See, habits are contagious. We mirror the behaviors of our tribe to fit in. If your social circle celebrates, let's say, thirsty Thursdays, you're likely to do that too. If they meet for Saturday morning 5Ks, you're probably going to lace up your speakers. So to change your health habits, you don't necessarily need new friends, but you might need to join a new tribe in inverted. We're talking about a community where your desired behavior is the normal behavior.